What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 192 of Lured Up, the podcast where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Lured Up is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Wednesday, August 25th, 2021. I'm your host, Ken Pescator, joined by my co-host, Adam Tuttle. Adam, yo, hello.
Yo, did you say 192?
Not only is that a high number, this is a very important episode, Adam. We got news.
We got lots of news.
We got some big news. So we'll start off slow. We'll recap the week as per usual, right? We talk about Ultra Unlock 3, all that good stuff that's going on. We've got the news bomb of the season of Mischief, which is going to be the next season that's going to kick off on September 1st. Ditto is going to be the research breakthrough Pokemon, which can be shiny. This is exciting times. We've got Oshawott Community Day. We've got all of September's stuff. We're going to do a Zamazenta Raid Guide and Battle Party. Adam, but are you ready for this last one?
What's the last one?
We're going to discuss our meeting that we had with Niantic and the fact that they reverted the distance back to 80 meters. What? Yeah, woo. Yo, we did it, fam. Very exciting times. So we got a lot to talk about here, and we'll get through the news, and then we'll kind of go freeform like we did last week. We actually got a lot of good feedback from the show last week, where people enjoyed just the loose format of just Adam and I shooting the shit. So we'll do that again, Adam, but I think this time we'll have a little bit more positivity and pep in our step. I don't know about you.
For sure.
Okay.
Speaking of steps, I actually went out and walked.
Well, that's good. I mean, have you been running?
Not recently.
Okay. So getting out and walking is a good thing then.
Yes. Yeah.
No, hell yeah, man. Walking is the shit. Have you been doing 7Ks? I guess we could talk about that.
No. I've had one free-to-play incubator.
You're on that single incubator grind. I feel you. I feel you so hard, dude. Pause. All right, anyway, let's talk about the Ultra Unlock 3. Now, we talked about it last week. Trainer sentiment, still pretty low. Obviously, that's going to change as of today. But trainer sentiment to this point has been really low. And even though the Ultra Unlock 3 looked fucking awesome on paper, we kind of said last week, this could go one of two ways. It's either people are going to be excited for the new Pokemon, new shinies, or they're just going to kind of be very passive about it. And Adam, that's kind of where you were at.
Yes.
Yep. You know, the game has a dark cloud, had a dark cloud, still has.
Oh, no, that's Hoopa. That's Hoopa's Mischief going on right now.
But the event started out, Phalanx was fucked up. Did you even notice that? Did you get caught up in?
I did not get caught up in that.
So there was two visual bugs in the game. So you would go to a raid and Phalanx would take up the entire screen. It was blown out. You were looking through its body. It was all fucked up. So they pulled Phalanx out of raids. They put Machamp and ultimately Gengar in as its replacement and put Phalanx in the wild, which is awesome because everyone got to catch it, didn't have to worry about it being gated behind raids. But there was also another bug where Pokemon would show up itty little Pokemon on the map. Have you ever seen that with your buddy sometimes?
I've seen that with my buddy, yes.
Okay. So
and
that was happening with wild Pokemon.
Local to me that happened to.
But if you click on it, it crashed the game. It was all fucked. So that was another visual bug, but they took care of that pretty quick. The 7Ks, the raids, they were all kind of Galarianified. We had Galarian Meowth, Farfetch'd, Weezing, and Stunfisk being shiny. So there has been some shiny chasing going on in the raids. And with 7Ks, timed research was actually pretty fucking good, in my opinion. I think it was... it felt a little bit more like a challenge. I don't know how you felt about it.
Yeah, it definitely felt longer. It felt like I was actually going towards something versus just being over in 2 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. No, you had to do raids. You had to catch specific Pokemon. You had to do GBL. You had to do rocket grunts. You had to do all types of shit. So it diversified the tasks, and it really made you feel like you had to earn it. So that was really cool. The hero of many battles, Zacian, was in 5-star raids. We had Beedrill, which is, non-ironically enough, the Zacian counter. That was in mega raids. Oh, and then as we go into next week, we have Zamazenta and Mega Pidgeot in raids. Shiny Unknown is still available in 1-star raids. That's been pretty decent.
But Adam, there's plenty of shit going on here. I want to hear generally how was your motivation like coming into the week? Again, not right now in the present, but past couple days since Ultra Unlock 3 has been around.
So if it says anything, Monday when we got our one Pokecoin bundle with the remote raid pass,
right?
That's the one raid pass I used, and I got my first Zacian.
Okay.
During our Zoom call.
Wow, that was your first.
Yep, and that's still the only.
Wow.
I did hang out with Casa de Cubone tonight, and we traded Zacians, and mine got worse.
The dreaded mirror swap gone wrong.
It's fine, though. I'm not worried. My actual thoughts on this were, trainers know the Zacian and Zamazenta with their sword and shield attire, if you will. That's what we're being pumped. That's what's in the TCG. Currently I don't know if there is one without them being geared up, if you will.
In the TCG.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Definitely
I don't
not.
believe
we would have
so.
seen it. They've only been in cards for a couple months.
Right. And then as far as the VGC, the video game, those are what's on the covers.
Right.
So to put something like Zacian in its like base form, whatever the form is, I don't remember. You know what it is.
The hero of many battles. The good
hero
doggo
of
form.
many battles.
Yeah.
The good doggo form. It's just not exciting. Period. Like,
Yeah,
there's
but
just no excitement for me.
They couldn't have done it the other way around, because then it would have really felt shitty. Like, if they came out
but you don't
with...
understand. Like it just doesn't. It's like
no, it
these
wore off
forms
quick for me. It wore off quick.
Aren't as good as the other forms. And with that being said, these would have been cool as like to bring it back next year, or to like bring it back again at some later point. No, just with the base, like the hero many battle forms, like that would have been cool. It just feels weird with it being this way, and I am not excited at all to raid either of them, because the entire time I was playing Sword and Shield, I was so excited to see them with their armor, and then when I finally saw them like this, I was just so disappointed.
Yeah, okay. But it's funny though, because in the promo video for Pokemon Go, when they show the Hoopa rings and all the Galar Pokemon falling out, like, it's funny as shit, because it looks like Central Park, and the portal opens up, Hoopa's portal opens up, and then like Zacian and Zamazenta just come like fucking strolling out all nonchalant. So it's like they're not suited up. They're just like, oh, what's over here? So I don't know. I don't think they could have done it in the other direction. They couldn't have released their crown forms first and then done the hero of many battles. It would have felt like a letdown, unless they were to bring them back at the shiny at the same time. I don't know, but it wore off quick for me. Like, I did some raids and I was like, I think I'm done. I don't think I necessarily need to track the hundo down.
Yeah, it's like I've been invited to a couple, and it's like it's just not for me.
But that being said, though, if I get invited to one, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll still do it.
Well, I used up my free raid pass, the free remote raid pass, so...
See, I'll openly say, like, whatever. I never stopped spending throughout the whole process, but I dropped $20 a week, so it's not like I'm going, like, cuckoo or batshit, but I spend $20 a week, and before it would maybe go to, like, an adventure box and some lucky eggs, whatever. Now it's pretty much all remote raid passes, just $250 at a time, just hacking away at it through the week. So it's like, I try not to go too crazy, plus the 2 free passes I'm using every day, because I have a gym at the corner of my job. So,
Lucky.
I've been getting them in, but it's worn off. Like, I'm ready to move on.
Yeah, I'm ready to move on. What's next? What else can we talk about?
But the same thing is, so you're going to feel the same way for Zamazenta, right? Like, what the fuck is the difference?
I will do one, okay, and it'll probably be Monday.
Okay. And because you get another free pass.
Exactly.
Oh, shit. And still no real interest in the megas?
No. I already have a ton of Beedrill candy.
So,
or like Mega Energy or whatnot.
What I've noticed, and I've done this throughout the Zacian window, Zacian, whatever, is I've just had, like, I would wake up in the morning and I'd go to work, and as soon as I get to work, I just Mega Evolve Gengar. And every day I've just had Gengar as my Mega, and I would lead my, put it in number 1 or number 2 slot in my raid party, and just did it like that. So it's like I'm kind of starting to understand the Mega mechanic a little bit better, because it does have a pretty significant functional benefit. But the fact that you're using resources constantly, it does open up another gameplay arc of resource management and all that. So, but I've been digging it. And it's like I walk my Gengar for the day. I'm, a couple fucking kilometers. I'm going to make the 40 Mega Energy back that it's going to cost me to Mega Evolve it for the day. I have 8 hours to earn fucking 40 Mega Energy back. It's definitely going to happen. So, I don't know. I've been doing that, but I'm not hatching any of these eggs. What I've been doing is I'm still have a shit ton of 5K eggs from last week. And as one hatches, because I'm on the single incubator grind and the spot opens up, if I can catch it before, I spin a stop or something and fill it up with another egg, I've been opening gifts at that time to get these 7Ks just so I can have a shot.
Yep.
But I'm not in a rush to hatch them. I'm just putting them in the inventory, and I'll let them sit there until they fall into the next, whatever's in the top left of my egg inventory is what I'm fucking putting the free incubator on, like whatever. It's just whatever's there. So that's kind of how I've been handling it. But I want to move on because I know we have a lot of shit to talk about here. And this is a lot of info, but I'm going to rip through it really quick, mainly because it's about the entire month of September, so we don't have to really dig into anything just yet. By the time next week's episode comes out, it'll only be a couple days into September. But we do have the Season of Mischief. This is, starting on September 1st, though. So not only is September 1st bringing us, Niantic's message to the community, right? That's the day that they said that they were going to respond and do all this shit. Improve the player experience, connect the dots, draw the community's concerns in closer to their own, and figure out how to, do the task force, all that bullshit. So now we have the Season of Mischief happening at the same time. Hopefully it doesn't get overshadowed. But I mentioned earlier, Ditto is going to be in research breakthroughs. That's fucking awesome. It can be shiny. They do call out that it will be shiny in the wild during that event and after the event. One Pokecoin weekly bundles will be returning every Monday with the remote raid pass. That's solid. Raids will run through Lugia and Mega Slowbro will be here for the first 2 weeks up until the 14th. Then the Lake Guardians are coming based on region, so wherever you have in your region. And Mega Houndoom, they're going to be here from the 14th through October 1st. Now, the Lake Guardian shinies will be available, which is great because remember, they came back around a couple months ago, right? And we were like, where are the fucking shinies? And it was like, okay, now they're bringing them back with the shinies. So that's hot shit. Raid hours there's 5 Wednesdays in September. So they'll go Lugia, and then they're doing 3 of the Lake Guardians. So it'll be Lake Guardian. So lots of opportunities to get these shinies. So that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Spotlight hours are back. Starting with the 7th, Spoink with Double Catch Stardust, then Baltoy with Double Catch XP, Skitty with Double Catch Candy, Alolan Meowth with Double Transfer Candy. Adam, any of these do anything for you whatsoever?
No.
See, I need a shiny Spoink, I need a shiny Skitty, and I need one shiny Alolan Meowth. So from a shiny grind perspective, I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, from a filthy casual, none of these speak to me.
But I do like the pattern of bonus though. We get the double Stardust, double XP, double Candy, double Transfer. Catch all your shit through that first couple weeks of the month, transfer all that shit at the end of the month. I like it. Oshawott was announced as the Community Day Pokemon, but we'll talk about that in its own segment in a moment. And then the monthly events, the actual Season of Mischief monthly events. They're going to have one that is the actual namesake, the Season of Mischief event, which will take place on September 5th. It's going to bring us special research and, for the first time ever, drum roll please, the ability to catch Hoopa. You can actually catch this fucking Pokemon finally. There's also going to be season-long parts of the story that will be unlocked through the season that I guess would have an impact by how we play, what we do, or a narrative or something. But that
like
will
a part 1, part 2, part 3.
Yeah, like it'll unfold as time goes on, which will be pretty cool. And like different things will trigger different events and so forth. So that's pretty fun. Next event, the Psychic Spectacular. It's going to be Wednesday, September 8th through Monday, September 13th. And the description is, some familiar faces will be returning and another Pokemon will be making its Pokemon Go debut. Which will it be? Here's a hint. Be careful of revolving too much of your life around one thing. You might find that it could overturn at a moment's notice. All right, 2 things, Adam. Do you have any idea what Pokemon they're talking about? And 2, is this Niantic just trolling the community saying all you motherfuckers are addicted to this game?
This sounds like a Pokemon that carries one thing, and that's all it cares about.
I don't know. What could it be?
Who
could it be? Let us know,
notice.
Trainers. Send us an email.
Would it be Komala? Is that a thing? Because that has a fruit with it at all times, right?
No, Kamala's got the tree stump.
Oh, yeah.
A little log. I don't know. I don't know what it is, so let us know, trainers. Then Fashion Week is going to be running the 21st through the 28th. The description is, stylishly dressed Pokemon will be making their debut. That's fucking cool. More new Pokemon. Along with
more
fluffy
costume Pokemon?
Oh,
God, I can't wait for Pikachu. Oh,
Listen,
so excited.
Along with a fluffy and fashionable friend. What? What does that mean?
Fluffy. It's got to be a Wooloo.
Strut your stuff with these fashionable Pokemon, new avatar items, and more during Fashion Week. So that's exciting. If it's just another fucking hat Pokemon, it won't be. But, give us some more Pikachu Rockstar type shit. I'll be in. Giovanni also will be back. No mention of a new Pokemon for him, so we'll have to see what happens there. And this is another really cool thing. We did get an announcement of a new evolution preview feature. This is going to be great for battlers. That will allow you to see a preview of the CP of a Pokemon if you were to evolve it before you do. So it'll let you know, like, hey, when you evolve this Pokemon, it'll be 1498 CP. You're like, fuck, perfect. It's within a Great League. And it'll let you know what leagues it's eligible for. It's like really like a GBL preview tool. So I like this. It's pretty cool. We've asked for this for a long time.
Yeah, that's exciting. So now you don't have to use a third party.
Exactly. You don't have to go to like Pokegenie or something and put in the level and try to hope that your calculations and your math are right. Now it'll actually show you. So that's pretty cool. So Adam, lots to unpack here. You said you really don't care about the spotlight hours. What about the return of Lugia and shiny Lake Guardians? Anything there?
I'm excited for the Lake Guardians.
You have shiny Lugia, right?
I do have shiny Lugia.
Okay.
Let me hold on one second. Let me just double check here.
Oh, and they don't say if it's going to have Aeroblast. I can't think of Aeroblast without hearing the GoCast Hawk noise that they would play every time.
Okay, I do need some XL candies to fully level up my 100%. So I will be doing Lugia raids for sure.
Okay. All right. And what about the shiny hunt for Azelf?
Yeah. I mean,
3 weeks, dude.
I
3 weeks of raid hours. 3 weeks of raid hours. You got to do something.
I didn't even do today's. I didn't even do Tuesday. What was Tuesday's spotlight Pokemon?
It was Wooloo with double transfer candy.
Oh, shoot. I forgot to do that.
I know. You have all the fucking Galar Pokemon. It was like your chance to double up on candy.
Yeah, I definitely didn't do that. Wow.
All right. Well, what about Psychic Spectacular? Wait, Mischief event. Hoopa. This is exciting.
Yes.
What form will Hoopa be? What they show us in the starting screen?
Yeah,
like
it'll probably be just that one. Yeah, because it has to be. It has to be.
Yeah.
Because then they could play like, some Havoc's being wreaked with its other form, and like they could make it like some sort of other event too, or just
like the Unbound beastly fucking mega demon form thing. Like needs its own story. Like needs its own.
Yeah, and I understand that. That's still no shaman, but
well, who knows what this psychic Pokemon's going to be? Careful of revolving too much of your life around one thing. What does it mean, dude?
A psychic Pokemon?
I'm not like, and I don't want to look online to like see what people have figured out this fucking riddle or anything. I don't know what it is. Fashion Week costume Pokemon. Okay. Hopefully they do it right. You think Giovanni's going to have a new Pokemon, or will this be another bird or something? Gotta be a new Pokemon, right?
Hopefully it's shiny Lugia. No, not shiny. Shadow Lugia. That would be nice.
Like GameCube Shadow Lugia? The actual
that would
black
look
one?
So sick.
Yeah, that would be fucking awesome. People have wanted that shit forever. There was also a giant GBL update for Season 9 that also kicks off September 1st. We'll just cover that next week. We got to move on. And, it's pretty significant. We've got, they're promising some new process for measuring ranks and, that kind of thing. They give out all the move changes. There's new shit happening. Lots of cool stuff. So we'll talk about all that in detail next week. But I want to move on. Oshawott Community Day. It's, I guess you think they're back to their normal rotation? Oddball Pokemon starter. Like, are they back for this?
I
hope so. I kind of liked it when it was like that. I think they have enough to do. This is going to be Sunday, September 19th, 11 to 5. Oshawott, the Sea Otter Pokemon, will be featured. What's going to be interesting is this is going to be the first time that a Community Day Pokemon will be attracted to a specific type of lure. So they call out that Oshawott will be attracted to rainy lure modules. Now, if you remember during, one of the last events, you had to catch Oshawott or some shit like that, and it would spawn on rainy lure modules. So it's part of that pool already. So if you think about it, one of the special lure modules, the dual spawns that it has is it rotates between an existing spawn pool Pokemon and then its own rainy lure module Pokemon, or the special lure Pokemon pool. But they're actually going to be boosting the rates through rainy lures. So in addition
so they will be boosting it?
It will be boosted. It's not just because like it would have felt dirty.
But like regular lures will still work and get Oshawott, correct?
Correct, because they're still right, but using a rainy lure module will definitely bring additional Oshawott than a regular lure. Like it will be boosted.
So the thing is, you're going to have to fight with your community to be the first person to drop that lure if they're not aware.
No, that's exactly what Niantic wants you to do. Because that's a paid lure. That's a fucking pricey item. That's a premium item.
But is there a way to get a free one? Do we get a free one for anything?
So through the years we've gotten them for free, through the special research when they were introduced. But the Community Day box, the 1280 box, will include 50 Ultra Balls, 5 Lucky Eggs, an Elite Fast TM, and 5 Rainy Lure modules.
Okay, because that's 1,000 right there, just in the lure modules. Well, so I think you get value out of that. I understand that. That might be the first one that I'm...
But doesn't it feel a little shitty to be like racing to be the first to use these premium items? Like these items don't feel good when they're used in volume. They don't feel right. Like the purpose of these is something special. It's a special lure module. You could have 30 stops and, maybe you see one of these or one of each type. Now we're fighting to like make this the predominantly used one. It's a fucking cash cow for Niantic. I get why they're doing it, but doesn't feel good to me.
You know what doesn't feel good?
What?
Glacier Lures not dropping Delibird. That's all I'm saying.
Should that be the exception? They should add Delibird to the pool when Delibird is around, so at least you can get extra spawns.
Yes. Please.
$1 optional special research called From Shashops to Scimitars.
To Scallops?
Yeah, Scallops to Scimitars, that's a play on it. Which is pretty cool because actually that's the Japanese shell weapon. If you look at Oshawott's design, it's on its chest. And kind of as it evolves through the line up to, all the way up, it actually carries this scimitar thing, and it just carries the theme of this weapon through its evolutionary line. As for bonuses, we're going to have triple catch XP. Yes. And 3-hour lures, 3-hour incense. Adam, I know you're not on that XP grind, but does this seem attractive to you? You're going to need XP at some point, dude. With a lucky egg, 6 times fucking XP is legit.
All right, I might get a lucky egg. Oh, wait, there's 5 in the big box. So I think it's definitely worth it to get the big box.
The community day box.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
that's
they're playing.
Said, the big box.
They're playing along with it because, you're going to want to maximize your XP.
And hey, it's 50 Ultra Balls.
Useless.
That's really what's getting me is the 50 Ultra
useless.
Balls.
Like they can never just not do that. Do you remember?
Give me 100 red Pokeballs.
Yo, we used to have good ass bundles. Remember when shit would just go on sale before they started doing boxes? Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Damn, that was the shit back in the day. Where it's like I want my pack of 8 lucky eggs, and the shit's just 70% off. It comes out. Remember, Pokemon Go Hub would like figure out like the general savings of this, buying it like this is 70% off. Like, that was the shit. Oh, and Samurott's move will be Hydro Cannon if you evolve it, but they're also doing that ancillary move where Razor Shell is going to be added to Samurott's move pool going forward. It'll be available at the event, after the event, in its pool with a standard TM. I like this because this is like the consolation prize move. So if you forget to evolve or you don't evolve, you at least have something new for your Pokemon, and you don't have to use an Elite TM to go back to Hydro Cannon. I'm not sure how Samurott is going to compare to other water Pokemon. I don't think so good. But maybe I have
100%
shit.
One.
Of course you do.
So I'll be using a regular TM and then an Elite Charge TM.
All right. Well, Adam, I'm asking you the question. We're going to get to it in a second, the fact that we've reverted back to 80 meters. You said before, if they reverted back to 80 meters, that you would go back to your old habits. So does that mean that for September Community Day, since it's after September 1st, it's after the announcement of 80 meter distance, you're already talking about spending? You're back? Like, is Adam is back?
And I'm definitely back, but I don't know about
is back because he's a white boy.
Well, I'm not like totally excited for the raid pool right now, so I'm not actively like going hard raiding.
And that's going to be another week for you.
I did get a shiny Galarian Farfetch'd from one task. Ooh. Whatever the first task was that I got it from, I was like, okay,
that's spicy.
It doesn't even look shiny.
No, it's very, very subtle.
It took me by surprise because I just thought it was a normal one. I was like, oh, great, here we go. Let me catch this thing. And then all of a sudden it's like, I saw the sparkles. I was like, oh, okay, it's shiny. But that's like the only exciting catch that I've had.
Yeah. Now, have you ever bought a Community Day box?
I believe one of like the first or second times they dropped, I did. And I didn't. I was like, that was a waste of money.
I think I have like 7 Elite Charge TMs right now.
Yeah, so it was just like one of those.
I can't get rid of these things.
And I know I did a post on I think it was Twitter at some point, but I was just like, every time I see a Community Day box, do I need it? No. Do I want it? No. Will I buy it? No. But yeah,
who am I kidding? Yes, I will buy it.
This one might be that exception because of the 5 rainy lure modules.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
What's the price tag for 8 normal lures?
8 normal lures?
Yeah. Let me see.
You do it.
It's 680. Why wouldn't you just do that?
Because the rainy ones are going to give you more Oshawott. twice as much, maybe more. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't feel great. But what will be interesting, and it was funny because I was listening to It's Super Effective, right? And they're great Pokemon podcast. Check them out. They don't talk about just Go, but they were covering Go. The host Steve was talking about went to the one of the best places to play Community Day. They have 30, 40 stops there, and he walked in and there was like nothing lit up, nothing lured up, like maybe 1 or 2 stops, and he was like already an hour in. And remember, when I talked about me playing Eevee Community Day in Red Bank, I said the same shit. I was like, I couldn't believe it. Usually, like, as soon as Community Day hits 11 a.m., the whole fucking town lights up at once. And it wasn't like that. I was walking through Red Bank finding stops that weren't lured. And I was like, yo, this is either people are not playing or people are playing and not spending.
Or both.
So it'll be interesting to see the difference between how Eevee was like super low key. Yes, it was a repeat Pokemon. Yes, it was a 2-day Community Day. All the shit was going on. It'll be interesting to see, all right, now we got the 80 meters back. Everyone's a little bit more in better spirits. We've got rainy lure modules to buy. Like, will the town light up with fucking rainy lure modules? It's going to be fun to see.
Or will it be a wash?
Yo, I've been seeing some fucking hilarious tweets, dude, of people like, just heard that Niantic put the 80 meters back, and it's like screenshots of them buying Pokecoins. Like, I've been waiting so long. Like, it's so funny. It's so fucking funny. It's so good. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But Adam, I think we should take a break because we've got an email. I do want to go through Zamazenta Battle Party. I know you're not excited about it. And then I just want to talk about our Niantic meeting and the 80 meters and all that. So this is some exciting
Sounds
stuff.
Good. We shall take the break.
All right, everyone. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back right after this. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, shimmy,
back again.
Hi, thanks. We're back from our break. Thank you. Thank you for that.
We're back. Welcome back, Ken.
Hey, welcome back, Adam. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous.
Adam, did you know that this podcast is powered by Patreon?
I didn't know, but now I know.
You should check ours out over at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. All patrons are eligible to participate in our monthly Pokemon Go and TCGO prize tournaments. Registration is in the Discord. We hope to see you there. We're in the middle of our Pokemon Go Great League Draft Tournament, which was fucking awesome. The drafting process was super fun. I cannot wait to do this again. We're in round 2 right now. Shout out to Just Will, who won our TCGO tournament for the month, won himself $75 and also an Elite Trainer box. So we got a lot of cool shit going on in the Discord. We really hope to see you there. Huge thanks to our gym leaders, Absolutely Ryan, Dig Dug Rob, Grant, Jamal, JD Mojo Jojo, Magikarp DM, Sharkfin, Talon Tish, TN Comics Wiz, and Big Zal Minus. Thank you so much for your support. And as always, special thanks to our executive producer, Paul Bott. All right, Adam, we got an email.
We
actually got a lot of emails, and I took this one because it was the one that was most relevant post-announcement of the 80 meters thing. So everyone that wrote in, we had so many. Ian, John, Chris, Rex, a bunch of people wrote in talking about the 80 meter stuff, and I'll just pull it back now because of the announcement. It wouldn't have the same impact, but this one was a little bit more general and figured it was kind of cool still to read. So Adam, if you want to run through this email.
Okay, this one's coming from Jamie. It says, "Hi Ken and Adam. I thought I'd say hello. I am a trainer from Perth, Western Australia. I like listening to your podcast. We live in a nice place, still no COVID in our state, at all.
That's
Fingers
so
crossed.
Dude, that's so crazy. That's so
That
crazy.
is absolutely insane. We know we can't stave off it forever, but we are hoping to get more vaccines before we get stung with a serious outbreak. We were lucky, didn't get stung with the reduced spin distance, but I feel for you and my other American friends. I hope it reverts soon.
Holla! All right,
holla,
continue.
It did. I wonder whether you might want to hear from our end of the world. We tend to get events earlier. Happy to let you know how it goes down here. And New Zealand is kind of like Canada for us in the US. It's a close and culturally similar neighborhood. They aren't doing too well with their lockdown. They're still having more cases every day. We hope they can crush and kill the virus. Cheers, Jamie.
Thank you for writing in from Western Australia, Australia. That's awesome. Yo, I don't know what it is, and I don't mind it, of course. But for some reason, we've got a large audience in Australia, and I fucking love that. I think that is so cool. So, you know, we've got some patrons from Australia that are on the Zoom call. Always get really cool perspective from them, and yes, they do live in the future. So
it's always cool to get raids early.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's definitely cool. But I love the fact that he called New Zealand the Canada of Australia. When I saw that, I was like, this email has to be read. It's New Zealand is the Canada of Australia. It's so fucking funny. But Jamie, thank you for writing in. All right, Adam, let's jump into a Zamazenta you know what.
Battle party. Ooh, ooh, battle party. Ooh, ooh.
2 weeks in a row. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Zamazenta, in its Battle of Hero of Many Battles form, pure fighting type, legendary Pokemon. It's weak to Psychic, Flying, and Fairy type attacks. What makes Zamazenta interesting in terms of performance as a raid boss is that its best moves are not even fighting moves, and in fact, it doesn't even have a fast fighting move. Its best moveset is Metal Claw Moonblast, ironically enough, and this is going to be based on Pokebattler's data. And we're going to base our counters off of the recommended counter list based on an unknown moveset. So the unknown moveset on Pokebattler.com. If you were to, select specific moves, that could definitely alter the counters that come back, especially with some of the flying counters, might get replaced with, Gengar may switch out for Pidgeot or something like that based on move. 100% catch numbers, 2188, just like Zacian, 2735 at level 25, boosted in cloudy weather. Now here's the best counters. Mewtwo, Confusion, Psystrike, Mega Pidgeot, Gust, Brave Bird, Moltres, Wing Attack, Sky Attack, a Flying Spect Moltres. That's pretty cool. Mega Gengar, Lick Psychic. Again, you can't use a Mega Pidgeot and a Mega Gengar, so take your pick. Latios, Zen Headbutt Psychic, Espeon, Confusion Psychic, Metagross is even in there with Zen Headbutt and Psychic. Also named are Alakazam, Mega Slowbo, Mega Charizard Y, Rayquaza, Spect with flying moves. So there's a lot of diverse counters here. It's definitely a good pool to pick from. I had a lot of success with Zacian running my Mega Gengar and 5 Metagross. So I'm pretty much going to do the same fucking thing here. 100% Mega Pidgeot in slot 1 or 2, surrounded by 5 Confusion Psystrike Mewtwo's. keep it easy, keep it efficient. That's probably, the best approach for me, because I've been doing a lot of raids with my coworkers, and, they're like levels 25 to 35. So it's like their counters aren't there. So it's like, look, I need to pull weight more than I normally do. I can't be, team recommended. I got to go in with some DPS.
Recommended.
Yo, 99% of the fucking raids I do, I'm team recommended. I'm that fucking guy, because I usually have a big ass raid party, so it doesn't fucking matter. But when it comes down to the brass tacks and there's only a couple people in the raid, we're 4 or 5 people deep. It's like, all right, I gotta actually, focus here and use Pokemon that are going to put out good DPS. Like, I don't mind about, my fucking total death count or anything like that. I don't give a fuck. What items aren't an issue. So it's like, I'll just fucking put all the glass cannons in there, let them do their damage. Yeah, who the fuck cares? But Adam, what about you? Let me guess. A bunch of 100% Pokemon.
Oh, they're all 100%.
Oh,
I'm going with my 100% Mega Pidgeot.
Nice.
100% Metagross, Gengar, Lugia, Dodrio, and Gardevoir.
Interesting. So, all right. So you've got some serious diversity here. I like the Lugia love before Lugia comes back in September. That's pretty cool.
I know. I really wish I had the XL candy for it.
Run your Mega in position 2.
No, it's got to go. Okay, fine. I'll put Dodrio in the front.
Fucking Dodrio.
I figure somebody would get a kick out of it.
What did I do the other day? We did a raid with the community. I don't know if it was on the Zoom call or not, but I brought 5 or 6 Delibird, and I was just like, did anyone notice? I posted up screenshots. I was like, everyone's fighting a legendary. I got fucking Delibird throwing presents at it and shit. I was like, yes, no one
dies
noticed.
In one hit.
Success. No, dude, he was tanky as shit. I couldn't believe it. My entire party didn't even wipe.
Wow.
So funny. But all right, so we got quite the diverse lineup, but check out pokebattler.com if you want to kind of, customize this a little bit. You could narrow this down to include shadow Pokemon, non-megas, and again, you could choose the opponent's moveset, which, if you want to go that far to build out different parties based on moveset, based on recommended, go for it. But I'm not that guy. I'm going basic ass shit straight across.
You're just a basic trainer.
Adam,
you're
I'm
like
excited.
Trainer Joey.
Yo, I'm excited right now because we get to talk about our meeting. So the meeting was yesterday, right? So what was it? 1 o'clock? 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Eastern time.
It was that funky time because we wanted to allow some of the Europeans to join in. So, that we did it at that time, but it worked out for us on a Tuesday because Tuesday is Adam's only day off. So for me, I've got
But ironically, I'm on my vacation right now.
So you at a fucking amusement park?
So like I was all excited for Tuesday being the day of choice. I was like, yes, I have the days off, blah, blah, blah. And then I realized that I was on vacation and then I already bought tickets for Storyland. So I was at an amusement park while it was going down.
You send me, I send you a text. I'm like, hey man, just as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, just checking in to remind you that we have our call in an hour.
And I was like, the Daily Bugle has it that I just happened to be at Storyland.
And I go, wait, what? Yo, I immediately, every liquid cell of blood in my body started boiling. I was just like, Adam, are you still going to be able to take the call? And you were like, yes. I was like, okay.
No, and honestly, timing couldn't have worked out more perfect. I was there with my sister-in-law, her kids, and her mom and her sister's kids. And so everybody decided to have lunch at like 12:35, 40. Like as you're texting me, like I'm walking to the car to get the lunch for everybody to bring it back into the park. So I brought it back to the park. We all had lunch, and I was able to bring it all back to the car and jump on the call.
And stay in the car for an hour?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Oh, shit. But anyway, look, this was serious business. We were really looking forward to this call. Like we've talked about in the previous couple episodes, we put a lot of thought into this. We got the community together. We had Zoom calls with the community. We had Zoom calls with a focus group. We really put a lot of effort into gathering our information because we knew this was going to be a very limited and isolated shot. I knew I had to be brief and succinct. So I really wanted to go in prepared. And Adam, I'd like to just, first of all, kudos to Niantic. Because initially, they were like, don't talk about shit. And then after the meeting, they were like, you know what? Go ahead and talk about it. So they gave us a clearance to talk about it, which I thought was a brilliant move because we need to talk about this stuff. And I want to be able to talk about Niantic and Niantic's responses and Niantic's behaviors and mannerisms and verbiage and what they did at this meeting, because that's the behind closed doors shit that no one in the community will ever really be able to see. They're not doing AMAs. They're not doing developer diaries. They're not doing this kind of stuff.
Dear Diary.
Dear Diary. So, Adam, I want your hot take from... So they called on Adam first, right? Didn't you go first?
Well, I raised my hand.
Yeah, okay. I was proud of you, dude. I was like, they're like, okay, here, we want to spend, they went through their spiel, and one thing we're not going to do is talk about who was on the call or anything like that. We're not going to get into names. But I was very happy.
Ken was on the call.
I was. But I was very happy with the selection of people that were not from the creator or influencer space, like the people from Niantic, Task Force, whoever. Right out of the gate, they were like, look, we're going to go through our spiel. We're going to talk they did their introductions. They kind of laid everything out, and they said, we want the majority of time of this call to literally be you talking, meaning us, all of us that were on the call. And there was 6 or 7 of us on our call. And they were like, yeah, let's just, use the raise your hand feature if you want to talk. And boom, Adam, like a fucking game show, Family Feud, was like, he fucking chimed in with the hand raise. I was like, oh shit, yes, Adam. I was like, yes, that made me feel great. And then they called on you first.
They called my name, and I was like, oh, all of a sudden, all the shyness and anxiety kicks in.
Social anxiety?
Yeah, I was like,
everyone's watching you.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know how to say this, but long story short, all of the new trainers that we, like during COVID, we as influencers and we as trainers wanted to get older players back in with this referral system. And we did that. And now those people came back or started playing. And guess what? 80 meters was all they've ever known. And then for you to just like
different.
Yeah, and so like then to just strip it from them, like that's all they knew. That's what they thought the game was, and then you just ruin the game for all those new players.
Right. So it wasn't a reversion of a feature at that point. It was just a change. And not a change for the better, because they didn't know any different.
Exactly.
So I was glad that you went first and you brought that up, because I gotta say, Adam, I was proud of you that you were like, look, I have the wherewithal to know that I was going to go to Florida with my family, and I didn't because of the situation. I don't want to put my son at risk. I don't want to do this. Things are not better out in the world. You were like, things, people are acting like things have changed, and you know what? They haven't. I was like, yeah, Adam, get him. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, and I was like, if I took my son to Florida, every single piece of paperwork I have says that like he would have to quarantine. He would have to be out of school. So like the vacation time that I'd be taking, I'd have to take an additional week just to stay home and like get all his paperwork, and he doesn't get to enjoy his first day of school. I was like, that's not cool. And it's like, we're not in the world that we were in. We're still adjusting. Everything's different. It's not that things went back to normal. We've adjusted to a new normal, and the new normal is I still wear my mask. Like,
hell yeah.
I mean, spoiler alert, I did an interview today for a potential new job, and I wore my mask. Like, nobody else had theirs, but like I had mine. That's just personal preference. That's what, again, the world is not perfect.
I think
nothing's the way it's, I don't know.
No, but what drove the point home for me when you were on the call was that you said, look, I'm not saying things are the way they used to be or things are this. They're just different. And you drew a parallel to the game, to how us as humans and as people living and as responsible adults and parents have to adjust to the current climate and the current condition in real time. It's ever adjusting. You drew that parallel to the game.
Exactly.
And then like, dude, when you did that, I honestly saw like 3 people on the other side of the cameras at the same time kind of give a, kind of thing. You know, I was like, oh shit, it's working. I was like, this is great.
Yeah, it's like I already postponed one vacation because of COVID. And then now, here we are a year later, again, having to postpone the vacation.
No, it plays to the point that just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something. You know?
Right, and keep in mind, we were socially distancing ourselves. It's really hard in lines that people are really close to you. I can't imagine Disney World, but, you know, even just for a small
a fucking airplane right now. I don't want anything to do with an airplane right now.
Yeah, like even a small amusement park, like we all still wore a mask. Not a lot of people did. Like it is what it is. There were still people wearing them.
Dude, there's so many people in my area that are completely complacent and just think everything's okay. It's fucked up. And that's the point. Just because there's no mask mandate, you know, doesn't mean you shouldn't promote not wearing a mask or whatever. It was just like you just have to be responsible, and I think that came across really well in the call, because like, you know, the reaction and the response was, yes, thank you. That resonates with us. Thank you for putting it in that perspective. Perhaps we haven't looked at it like that.
Yeah, and that's all that I was really going for. That's how I personally feel. But
immediately the way they responded to you, I was like, oh, they're very humble right now. And they're very vulnerable, maybe is the word. I don't know. Like I was taken back by their reaction to everyone's stuff. Exceptionally responsive, apologetic to a certain extent, and accountable. All things that the public and the community at large want from them on a grand scale, right? Honesty, transparency, communication, all this stuff was happening on the call. I was like, okay, this feels fucking different. I've been on thousands of calls with fucking Niantic. This one felt way different.
Yes, it definitely did. Like how it looked on my end, it just felt like, yeah, we probably shouldn't have done that. But like, I really don't want to put it back, but we definitely should. That's just how it felt on my end.
No, I feel that a lot too. And then we had some other creators give some really great points.
Really great points.
Shout out to GoCast Chris was on the call with us and fucking nailed it. So anyone out there that listens to the GoCast podcast and is a community member of that podcast, he absolutely represented you very, very well. He did awesome and drove some solid points home. Definitely check out GoCast podcast so you could hear their perspective on what went down during the call. Then we had a couple others go. We had some international people on there, so that was always really cool, getting that perspective from, hearing, people talk about things from, that are in different regions that have different regulations. That was really interesting, really cool, eye-opening. And then it was my turn to go, and it was like, yo, Alexander Hamilton style, like, I knew I had to be brief. I was watching the clock the whole time. I was like, I got a lot to say. How the fuck am I going to say all this?
In like 5 minutes.
And I think I took one breath in 5 minutes and literally just went, just fucking went for it.
You just started rapping? I was like, what is going on?
I played a beat in the background.
He's like, Mom, spaghetti. I'm like, what does spaghetti have to do with this call?
And I put up a series of tweets today I recommend you check out. Kind of talks through the process of the meeting. But the way I approached it was I handled it as if I was presenting, right? I didn't want to make it seem like I just was bringing a question to the table. I wanted to make it more engaging, right? So the way I structured my talk was from the perspective of if I was presenting to them. So I wanted to present a case for the community that would accurately represent the fallout and the gray area that happened as a result of the interaction distance. Now, you got to remember, this is a great opportunity to talk to Niantic, but this is about the interaction distance. So I didn't want to stray. There's people on the call that are fucking all over the place. I wanted to stay on point, on focus, on topic. So everything I talked about, I was like, I got to make sure I don't lose the point of interaction distance. So I started off and I said, I'd like all the people on that side of the room to not think of the interaction distance from the perspective of meters. Remove the numbers 40, the numbers 80 from your mind right now. Because I don't care about the distance. I don't want to talk about the distance. The distance is simply math, right? It's a fixed number. If there's opinion, if it's subjective or objective decisions behind it, regardless, it's still just a number. So we can't change that. So I don't want to talk about the numbers. I don't want to talk about the data. I don't want to talk about the metrics. I don't want to talk about any of that. And the goal of me approaching it like that was I kind of wanted to get them intrigued and make it more of like a thought provocation play. So I set them up with that. And I say, now what I'd like you to think about is all of the intangible impacts that this has had on the different segments of trainers. And those intangible things that can't be measured with data or GPS or number of Pokestop spins or money spent. The intangible things like accessibility issues, player experience, player sentiment, developer trust, and developer loyalty. All of these things are impacted by this decision, but you can't measure that by Pokestop spins. Does that mean that it's not important? Because when we hear of these decisions and they feel data-driven or they feel financially driven, it makes us as trainers feel like, well, whoa, what about us? What about our experience? What about the player experience? And that's where I started going into everything I want to talk about right now is all about player experience and how all of these different disciplines of trainers, whether it's PvP or Go Snapshot even, or grinders or raiders or people with accessibility needs, they're all impacted in different ways. So it's very important that if we're going to be talking about resolution here, that we address all of these different disciplines of trainers because it affects them all in different ways. And then I just literally started plucking one by one, and I did it all, I don't know, in like one or two lines. I started off with accessibility. I learned so much about accessibility, so I kind of started off with that, explained how there's been a serious breakdown of accessibility in the quote of, it didn't feel like a bonus was being removed for them. It felt like the whole game was taken away. So I kind of talked about accessibility. I talked about how the Go Snapshot community, even though it's adjacent to the math of the Pokestop interaction distance, they've been burned before in their own mechanic. So that hurts the player sentiment, the player loyalty, the player trust in the developer. So anything that comes from the developer at that point is going to be tarnished because they're already in a place of not necessarily having communication. So it's like they know you're not going to communicate. You haven't communicated with them in a year about what's going on in Go Snapshot. Why would they think that you're going to communicate with them properly now about this? So yeah, this is an adjacent topic, but it's still on brand. I talked about how the lack of communication ahead of time by Niantic, even though the community and the influencer base and all that could literally write a fucking storyboard out of how things would play out. Like the predictable nature of everything that's happened over the past couple weeks is like tragically fucking ironic because we all knew this exact thing would happen. Like if they really go through with this is what's going to happen. The community's going to do this and we're going to feel this way and people are going to revolt and they're going to boycott. There's going to be petitions, blah, blah, blah. And then what happens? All of that
Adam
shit.
got big sad.
Adam got very big sad. as I started going through all the different disciplines of trainers, I mentioned how there are 3 pillars, right? Exploration, exercise, and social interaction. That was their goal. That was what they said was their important thing in their response to the Go community, was how can they maintain their 3 pillars, right? The 3 pillars. And I said to them straight up, I said, what you've done is actually stifled your 3 pillars. I said, for many of us, the game defines our lifestyle. This is a lifestyle game. They even said that at the beginning of the talk. So if you disrupt the game, you're in turn disrupting lives, because this game is so intertwined in its players' lives. We talked about it. You wake up in the morning, you check your phone. You go to the bathroom, you check your phone. You do this, you check your phone. It's part of our lives, our everyday routine. I go to this, I'm walking home from work. I pass the stop. I know I'm going to spin it. It's part of our life. So disrupting that disrupts our lives. And then, when I closed everything up with saying how the lack of communication, the lack of transparency ahead of changes makes it very predictable, like I was saying, of how Niantic is going to have to be reactive to the problems rather than proactive to the problem. And I go, when that happens, that's when the misinformation goes around, that's when the speculation goes around, and all the negative sentiment from the community is just flying. And I laid it all out, and I said my piece, and I kind of sat back, and it was like a moment of silence, and the right person on the call responded and said, look, this resonates really deeply with us, and the player experience is definitely the highest priority.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the response to...
Dude, and he goes... He acknowledged that the rollback of the distance had adverse effects on the community that were not just not intended, but were not accounted for ahead of time. So they didn't know that all of this fallout was going to happen the way it did. The resulting community backlash, all that was very predictable. But maybe they didn't think of how is this going to affect the accessibility of our games? How is this going to affect disabled players? How is this going to affect people that can only play from the passenger seat of a car? I don't think they thought of that, and they kind of admitted to that. And I thought that was very humble and awesome of them. I thought that was really fucking awesome. And in my, Twitter thread, I said, look, I was exceptionally happy with the way things went. I felt very confident that the points that were taken in that meeting were going to go up to the extended task force group. I'll use the buzzwords, quote unquote, cross-functional. That's the buzzword of the fucking day. I know that those points are going to make it to those people. But I could already tell that Niantic had already learned a shit ton from the experience of what had happened over the past 2 weeks. So even though the game hadn't been reflective of it yet, I could tell that Niantic was already turned around a little bit, so to speak, where the mindset was already like, the epiphany had been made of like, oh shit, we got to fix this. And then what was it, Adam? I don't know, 12 hours, 13 hours later or whatever.
Boom. Yep.
Hey, everybody, we're reverting the distance back up to 80 permanently. And they also say, don't worry, the September 1st stuff is still happening. We'll give you all the details then. And immediately, the community was like...
rejoiced.
Yeah, dude, like immediately. They were like, holy shit. It was like everyone came together. And they were like, we fucking did it.
I know True Inferno posted a TikTok. Like, so many people posted it. So many, like, positive messages and positive words. Blame Jamal. Was like, thank you, Niantic. It's just... the community can breathe. I feel like it's everybody took a deep breath and was like, let's play this game again.
Yeah, man. And dude, I think you're like the perfect vertical slice of that, because I really saw you down in the fucking dumps on this game, and I've never seen you like that.
Yeah, and like I was at Storyland and I barely played. Like
it's probably good to play there, right?
Yeah, there's a ton of stops, tons of gyms. I don't know. I just wasn't into it.
Yeah. No, I left feeling really good. Immediately following up with some of the people that were on the call, and
yeah, I called you immediately after.
Yeah, I was just like, it's funny because I never talked to Adam on the phone, like, ever. And that day, I think we talked twice on the phone. I was like, this is weird.
Yeah, right before and right after.
I know. I was like, this is weird. But honestly, man, it was great. I think they understand the necessity for this September 1st thing to go over fucking strong.
Yeah.
Like I think they know they can't fuck this up. So I'm confident. I felt like the people on the call got it. And whether or not they got it before the call, months before, a year ago, who knows? But the difference is I feel like they're going to execute now. Where before it might have
execute?
Execute. No, where before it might have been a little bit of a pipe dream. Or, hey, this is an intention. Now it seems like, all right, this has got to be the plan. It's got to roll out. It's got to work like this. I just think they're going to take the community into effect. Oh, they did bring up the fact that, because we had some pre-written questions. So they're like, a lot of you asked about, did sponsored stops have anything to do with this? Are you trying to bring people closer to sponsored stops? And like everyone from the team was like, no, this was not part of the decision-making process, like even a little bit, like zero.
I'm like, that's not even what I was thinking.
So everyone get up on off that. Yeah. I still think that they have intentions of wanting this to be close to gyms and close to stops so we can scan them. They need us to scan. And that's one of the other things I mentioned too. I go, look, we're powering this game. We're powering the metaverse, but we feel left out of the conversation. That's one of the other things I brought up that I forgot to mention. I said, we're doing all of this stuff and we're seeing these articles written about acquisitions and metaverse, but none of that stuff is happening within the Pokemon Go space. It's happening within Niantic space. But yet we're the ones funding it because we're providing the money, and we're the ones powering it. We're providing the scans. We're providing the POIs. We're vetting the POIs. I go, we're doing all the work. I go, so if you don't empower us along the way with communication and transparency, then it just feels like we're doing your work. But if you empower us to say, hey, this is our vision, this is our plan, through Pokemon Go, we want to achieve this with you, then it feels like we're working towards something together and we're not just being forced to do the legwork. That resonated with them. It was positive, man. I'm happy.
Yeah, it was a really, really good call. And just a lot of great points that were brought up. I know someone brought up about like giving us better rewards for like our 50 kilometers. Like,
yes,
giving us more rewards for doing what they want us to do, and let's play the game and be out and active, which is again is a pillar. And it's like, that's brilliant.
I think what they said was our current reward system feels like a punishment and not a reward.
Yeah,
and I was like,
that's so good.
Shit.
Yeah, it's like
that's fucking great.
And even if, okay, so like if they didn't do anything with the distance and they gave us like 200 Pokeballs just for reaching that, like that would feel like an amazing reward.
No, but fuck, dude.
But hey, we got it back. We're happy.
No,
I'm
dude,
happy.
They could have fucking done everything and anything, but if they didn't include the distance, it wouldn't have fucking mattered a
you're
bit.
right. You're right.
They could say, hey, we're going to, buy you fucking lunch every day. Give us the fucking distance. So
you're going to pay for the gas too?
We've got pay for my gas. We've got our distance back. And it was great. They made the announcement. You rebooted the game. Boom. You had the distance. Server side push. It was great. Maybe it was their plan all along. They were like, let's test it in New Zealand. We need to turn it off. You know, revert to 80 meters. Go. Oh, shit. But no. I'm very confident. I can't wait for this next week. I really hope that the community continues to be positive. I saw some really funny memes, you know, just good stuff. Good people coming together. It's going to be interesting to see if we see people out playing and spending again, because people were very reserved. We'll have to see. But Adam, I believe that was a show, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Fuck work tomorrow. I'm going to play. I want to go play right
literally, now. That was the thing. I was talking with Casa de Cubone because he asked if I was available and wanted to play for a little bit, and it's like he even told me like tonight. He's like, I wouldn't even have asked if or it wouldn't even have been a thought if we didn't have the 80 meters, and it's like if we didn't have the 80 meters, I might, because I came home after going out from my interview, so it's like I probably wouldn't have gone back out.
Right.
If I didn't, if this didn't happen. Like, it happened right beforehand, and it was like, whoa, this is exciting. So it was just riding that high that I went out and was active. So thanks, Niantic.
Yeah.
You got me out, and
awesome.
I walked.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for checking out the show. We definitely appreciate it. You can email us, info@luredup.com. Check out luredup.com for everything that's going on with the show. PokemonProfessor.com for everything that's going on with the network. And Adam, if that's it, I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Keep training trainers. We'll see you next week. Very excited. Very happy.
Woo!
Huzzah!